Candle Range Theory Trader back with you using another video showing you how you can use candle range theory and prop firms to make sustainable income with other people's money. All right, so let's not waste time and get straight into it. What this video is going to cover is the advantage of using prop capital, not wasting time with challenges, one phase, two phase, or no, we're not dealing with that. Use of alternative and where to find them, and these types of firms, and mapping out a business model for sustainable income. We're going to deal with some numbers to help you reach your goals. So why use prop money? And obviously, let's not pretend like this is real money you're trading. These are simulated accounts, okay? But the payouts are real. So we don't really care that they're demo accounts, okay? But why use prop money? Number one, pretty low startup costs. It's not every day that you're able to get $10,000 to trade with, or at least $10 worth of money to actually use to try to put into the market. Even though the drawdown is less than that 10 grand, you can look at it as a high leverage broker if you'd like to. But there's also a minimal downside, meaning that whatever you pay for the account, that's all you're going to lose. So if you get an account for, say, 200 bucks, no matter what happens, your worst case scenario is you lose 200 bucks. That's the downside. You get more access to trading capital, and there's also a faster scaling. So these are the drawbacks, though, that you do experience when you work with a prop firm. You do get delayed payouts, meaning that sometimes you only get paid once a week. Some firms do bi-weekly. Some firms only pay out once a month. So you got to shop around. You do have to play by their rules. You can only use so much of their margin. Sometimes they have lot size restrictions. Sometimes you can't trade news. Sometimes you can't trade over the weekend. Whatever they say, it's no different than being kind of like an employee, for lack of a better term. Okay, you got to abide by what they say. There's also profit splits. You're not going to get 100% of your profits unless you reach a certain level with a lot of these firms. Okay, so you're not going to get 100% of what you make. You should get most of it, but you won't get all of it. So you have to be sure to know all the rules before you buy an account. That's what I'm going to strongly advise. So when we look at this approach, I don't recommend doing challenges, be they one phase or two. Now, have I done one phase and two phase challenges? Yes. Have I failed some? Yes. Have I passed some? Yes. But here's the thing, even though they're cheap, the expectation is you're going to fail and fail often. So why not just be in a position to get paid from day one? So the alternative model to taking challenge accounts is just use an instant funding account, aka a no challenge account. All right. So where can we find these things? The best site that I would recommend, is a free site, is propfirmmatch.com. This is what it should look like when you Google it, or just go straight there. And you'll be able to trade your market, be it Forex, futures, stocks, etc. I am a currency trader, aka Forex trader. So that's the majority of what this channel does address. But however, most of these markets, you can find a decent prop firm. Now, when what you want to do is you want to click on the option that says instant. I know this is very, very small, but it's the option right here where the cursor is to the far left. You're looking for instant, not 3-step, not 2-step, not 1-step, instant. Okay, that's what we're dealing with here. Now, the thing with instant accounts is that they are more expensive. Okay, there's just no way about that. They are more expensive. And if you don't want to go this route, you're more than welcome to just use a broker. But if you want to try something a little different, maybe learn some discipline, this could be an option for you. So right here, we have a few firms that the prop firm match does show, be they Funding Pips, Blue Guardian, Apex, or no, Aqua Financial, Instant Funding, Lark Funding, etc. You'll see here you can put them in order by price, the account size. These are all $10,000 for it. So for example, you can pay 92 bucks for a $10,000 account with Funding Pips, $342 for a 10K account with Goat Funded Trader, 365 for instant funding. So it just depends on what you want to do. As well, the max daily loss, the max total drawdown, which is one of the most important numbers, if not the most important, because this is your real account size. Let's be honest. So for instance, with instant funding, if you have a 10% drawdown on a $10,000 account, you're really trading $1,000. All right, let's be honest. But you're only paying 365. So what do you want to do? Do you want to be able to pay 365 and have $1,000 account, or actually save up $1,000 to trade that same, to try to get similar returns? So it can be a savings long term, and so your upfront cost wouldn't be as much. So here we go. Always Google coupon codes, though. So this is a key tip. Certain channels that review these prop firms, they have coupon codes in their descriptions, or you can just Google coupon codes for instant funding or Blue Guardian or whatever. Of course, be sure that the firm is available in your country as well, because not every country has these plans available. So now let's get into the main part of this. This is where you want to take some notes, take some screenshots, do whatever you got to do. Let's put together a business plan for sustainable income using a instant funding account. So we're going to begin with the end in mind. Now, I don't know what your number is. Okay, so I just picked a random number and I just said $3,000 a month. All right, whatever your number is. Now, this is what I'll preface it. Keep it reasonable. If you want to make $10,000 a month, you're going to need a big account. Okay, there's no two ways about that. Okay, I'm trying to keep these things small and kind of reasonable, and I'll explain why a little bit later. But so for now, we're going to just start with 3,000. Now, the thing is, if you're having trouble making $100 a month, getting to 3,000, come on now, let's start somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to use though a demo just for an example, the firm Instant Funding IO. I'm not an affiliate for them. There are no links toward Instant Funding. I'm not a spokesperson for them. They do not pay me for this. Okay, I have used them in the past though, and I haven't had any issues with them. All their payouts have gone through. But again, I'm not an affiliate. I get no benefit from using them for this example. If you want to choose a different firm, that's more than fine. I do not care. Okay, so here we go. So for Instant Funding, for a $10,000 account, you'll pay $365. So that's your startup cost for your business. Every business has a startup cost. All right. Profit split does go anywhere from 70 to 90%. Okay, your max loss is $1,000. So you're paying $365, but you get access to $1,000 worth of capital. All right. Your payout frequency, it starts with after your first trade, they'll pay you if you qualify 14 days after your first trade, and then after that, you can get weekly payouts. So your target income, like we talked about, is $3,000. So for the sake of this example, let's say we have a fixed PIP value of $15 per PIP. Okay. And I'm big on this. If there's nothing else I do teach to keep this number static or lower it if you start to take losses. Do not increase your PIP value. No different than if you work a job and you make $15 an hour, then I want you to look at your account and say, hey, look, I got $15 per PIP. That's what I make. Okay. Now your PIP target per month is going to be 200 pips a month because 15 divided by 3,000 is 200. So all we're looking for is 200 pips a month. That'll give us the $3,000 gross. Now your lot size, I'm going to use for an example, is 2.4. I'm going to use Swiss yen for this example. So let's say for this example, you're only going to trade one pair. I don't necessarily recommend that, but you can if you want. So if you take two standards, 0.4, that'll give you one pip worth of that would be worth 15 bucks. Okay. Be sure that though you're using the right amount of margin. I know for Instant Funding, you can't use more than half your margin, which means you can't take one position that's going to be worth $5,000 worth of margin. So be sure to know your firm's rules on that. So the weekly goal, if you want to break it down even further, is going to be 70 pips a week. All right. So yeah. And now how to figure out your PIP value, you're going to use this site, FXTM, and I'll put a link in the description. When you go to this site, you're going to pick your pair. The PIP amount should be 1. And then as you cycle through the trade sizes, again, this will be in the description, try to find the lot size that will give you your desired PIP amount. So if you say, hey, I want to make $5 per PIP, you make the PIP amount 1, and then go through the trade sizes to see how big each pair is. Because they're all going to be different. They're not going to be the same. Okay, that's for currencies. Futures traders, stocks traders, I can't help you with this. You got to figure out a way to do it for yourself. All right, so how would this look? Okay, so if we want to make $3 grand in a month, how would that look trading Swiss yen? Here we go. So this, of course, is using the candle range theory. If you do not know what the candle range theory is, you need to pause this video, go to the description, look at the video that says what is the candle range theory. I will explain all of that because I'm not going to go into too great of a detail here. All right, so we have 3 trades. And let's remember, we got our ATR chart here. If you don't know what the ATR candle is, ATR candle indicator, once again, pause the video, go look at that, and then come back here. All right, but we have a few that did qualify. So we have our first one here for 70 pips long. All of these are 70 pips right here. We got the blue candle to go long, the money candle, boom, 70 pips. Next one, we have a yellow candle, which means to go short. Our money candle indicated by the red arrow, boom, 70 pips short, done. All right, a few days later, we have another range candle here, ATR range candle here, money candle hit, boom, 70 pips there. And then lastly, the very next day, you have blue. This is a 4-hour chart. Blue candle here, money candle dips slightly below the range and then goes up 70 pips. Okay, this is Swiss yen from December 3rd through December 13th. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, 70 pips a piece. All right, 280 pips, done deal at $15 per pip. Remember, no matter what trading system you use, you got to know your numbers, but I say the average true range candle range theory is the best, hands down. And with your ATR ranges only, if you only trade those and get that wait for that money candle, your chances of success skyrocket. Okay. So here are the numbers. You have made 280 pips with a 2.4 lot size on every single one of these one positions. Okay. You didn't go up or down. You just had a great few days. So that was that. All right. So $15 per pip, that's $4,200 that you have accumulated in profits on a $10,000 account. So the profit splits, they range on instant funding anywhere from 70 to 90% going to you. So if you had a 70% split, that would be 2 grand, that would be close to 3 grand coming your way gross pre-tax. If you did an 80%, that would be 3,300. And if you had a 90% profit split, that's $3,700. Okay, so you actually exceeded your goal. Okay, once again, in just a few, in 1, 2, 3, 4 short trades, you have exceeded your goal of $3,000 a month, met or exceeded it. So in conclusion, please do your own research on prop firms. All of them are different. You want to do a ton of research, because what I don't want to happen to you is for you to buy a challenge, or buy, not a challenge, but buy an account. You start trading and then they say, hey, you violated our rules, and you lose your money. Don't go into this with eyes closed. Read it, ask questions of the customer service. Know their policies, okay? Know their policies. So know all their rules before you're trading, be it margin requirements, holding over the weekend, trading news. All of them are different, okay? But know your numbers as well. Set the goal. Start with the goal first and then work backwards from that. Keep your pip value fixed. Please don't get greedy, okay? If you start with $15 a pip and you think you got it all figured out, and now you want to start making $50 a pip, if you're not going to lose, if you don't lose all your money, you'll definitely lose most of it. I guarantee it. Keep your pip value fixed. That way you know what you're making per pip. All right. Do not change it. The only time I want you to change it is when your account gets bigger. If you have a $20,000 account, okay, then you can make $30 a pip. But for now, or $20 a pip, whatever the margin allows. But start small, and then as the account balance grows, when it doubles, then okay, fine, because it's still the same thing to scale. So it's easier to go from 10K to 20K, all right, and then have $15 a pip and then $30 a pip, instead of trying to make $30 a pip on that same $10,000 account. You're going to eat up your margin. Trades are going to go against you. You're going to start losing. You're going to start trading emotionally, and you're going to blow it. I promise. Okay. So if you want more money, buy more accounts. Okay, you can have multiple accounts with multiple prop firms if you'd like. If you want to do a challenge, that's fine. You can do the same thing if you don't have the whole 200 or however much an instant funding account is, but it's just going to take you longer. So this channel is really for people who are trying to trade for an income. You may not be a millionaire as a trader, but if you're making, say, $2,500 to $4,000 at your job, you should at least be able to match that or replace it. That's what I really want for you guys. If you're watching this, you should be able to match your job. So I would say a good goal, if you make, say, $20 to $40 an hour right now, set that as your PIP goal. Because if you can work for an hour and get paid $20, then why not get a PIP and get that paid that same $20? That's one way to look at it. So again, lastly, keep your payouts reasonable. What do I mean by that? Don't try to take a $10,000 account, try to make 20 grand, and then request a payout, and then the prop firm says, well, you broke a rule, or we can't pay you, or things like that. Hey, these are businesses, guys. Okay. And if they don't have it, they will not pay it. And I've seen that happen to people. It's never happened to me, but it's never happened to me because my payouts haven't been anything extraordinary. Okay. But I've never had one be denied, because I'm really not trying to I want the prop firm to succeed. Okay. But big payouts can be denied even if you don't break any rules. And what are you going to do? Sue them? Sorry, it's not going to work out for you. Okay. So keep your payouts reasonable. I'd say 3 to 5 grand, no matter your account size. Even if you have a $100,000 account, let's say, still keep it, I'd say, between 3 to 5 grand, 10 grand maybe max on a $100,000 account. But don't try to make like 6 figures in a month. They're not going to pay you. They're just not. Okay. That's not. They're just not. All right. So I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can definitely leave them below. Comment as well. Network with other traders who may be using this theory. Again, I don't have a monopoly on it. Definitely check out the other videos on this channel as well. I appreciate your time and attention. I hope you have a great rest of your day.